This is the story of how I got recruited to a Japanese cult. Yes, I'm serious. This is a true story. I showed Lumi and Alfie the pictures.
How?
I didn't believe it until I saw the picture.
Being a foreigner living in Japan, I am at times approached by strangers. Maybe a TV crew wanting to know what I love about Japan, a nice old man wanting to practice his English, or a sleazy guy in Shinjuku wanting to recruit me to a femboy host cafe. Just kidding, that one hasn't happened. But this one was definitely a unique case. I was on my way home when an old Japanese lady stopped me and suddenly spoke to me.
Would you like to come pray with me?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy.
My church is right around the corner. Come get a quick blessing. It'll only take 2 minutes.
Seemed fishy, but she said it would only take 2 minutes, and I was high off the endorphins from exercising at the gym just 10 minutes earlier. So for some reason, I said, okay. She took me to a very modern-looking white building. As I entered, a handsome older man and a pretty woman were waiting for me at the entrance.
Nice to meet you. Please, come in.
We are excited to bless you today.
The church entrance was full of flowers. It looked so clean and unnatural. How did they know I was coming? I had no idea, but I went inside. The older man vanished and the pretty woman took me into a meeting room. She explained that she was the pastor there and that today I would receive 2 blessings. That these blessings would save my soul. I nodded along and then mentioned, I have to be at the train station in 20 minutes. Can we finish before then?
Oh, 20 minutes. I guess we'll have to be fast then.
Yes, please. Speed run me through your religion, I thought to myself. Then she taught me the way that we would have to pray. We clasped our hands together, closed our eyes, and repeated, Hallelujah, 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 over and over again. And then we would have to start praying in tongues. Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. The pretty lady was so much better at praying in tongues than I was. I was just trying to follow along as best as I could until it was over. I should mention that when I was approached, I was in a call with my manager, Aoife. She witnessed the whole exchange over the phone and even some of the praying before she got disconnected due to the lack of signal deeper inside the church. Then the female pastor and the older man who had re-emerged took me to receive the next blessing. We arrived deeper in the church. The pretty lady showed me a changing room. I was confused. Why am I being led to a changing room?
Please take off your clothes.
Huh? Take off my clothes? What have I gotten myself into?
And put on a robe. We will wait.
They waved goodbye to me and I closed the door in the changing room. I stood there for a few seconds. The religious chanting from the chapel next door became louder as my thoughts wandered. What kind of church is this exactly? How did I end up having to take off my clothes in a changing room? What's going to happen next? But I had already received the first blessing. I might as well finish what I started, I thought to myself. And I also didn't want to be rude. Both of them were so friendly, even if they were a little strange. So I took off my clothes and put on the white robes. I walked out.
Is everything off?
Well, I kept my t-shirt and pants on.
No. Everything off. Underwear too. Everything.
Everything? I stood there for a few seconds and then I asked, why? The pretty lady laughed.
Oh, because wet.
Okay. I closed the door to the changing room again. Because wet? What could that mean? So, anyway, I was already wearing the robe, so I decided, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. So I got naked and put on the robes again. I then walked with them, entirely naked except for the white robes, through the hallways of the church. It was a little embarrassing, and that was when my thoughts started wandering again, and the realization hit me. I left my phone, my wallet, and my clothes in the changing room. They could have 2 big men grab me and do whatever they want with me now. They could kill me as a sacrifice, or a number of other things. I was entirely at their mercy. I'm such an idiot, I thought to myself, as I continued to follow them. We walked into an open roof section of the church, and there was a marble pool.
Please, go ahead. Get inside.
I stood there for a moment looking at the pool. You want me to go in the water?
Yes, for the baptism, to save your soul.
So this was the wet she was talking about earlier. I steeled myself. This will make a great storytime animation, I thought. maybe the water was heated. The second my toes touched the water, I realized, no, it's late November and the water is ice cold. But I got in, shivering and shaking. The lady did her prayer in Japanese and dunked my head in the water. I walked up, my white robe wet and clinging to my body, as the older man came up and dried my head with a towel.
Good job, good job. You are saved now.
Then the pretty lady started washing my feet. Apparently that was part of the ritual. She looked up at me while washing my feet and asked,
Do you have any family who is deceased?
"Well, my dad died a few years ago.
Oh, we can save him too, if you take the baptism for him.
I mean, I didn't want them to think I was okay with my dad going to hell because I wasn't okay with an ice bath, so I did it again. After the second baptism, she washed my feet again. It was very cold.
Any other family members that are deceased? We can save them too.
Nope, that was the only one. I'm sorry, distant relatives, but I can only take so many ice baths. After that, we went inside. The changing room had a hairdryer and towels. I was then given a gift bag with a warm drink, heating patches, and a small cake, and sent on my way.
You can come pray here anytime you want, or you can pray at home. You are saved now. Your soul will go to heaven.
They waved me goodbye at the door as I walked away. Wait a minute, they never asked me for money. I guess they just wanted to save my soul. They never even told me the name of the church. My manager Aoife's reaction to this was to scold me, saying I could have been killed. She's probably right. But at least it made for a good story. Woof.